Hello and welcome to a dungeon. My name is Dan and today we're feeling a little better. Also, I'm playing Dragon Age Inquisition. This is a game based on one of my favourite RPG series. The original Dragon Age Origins I'll make a separate video of sometime, but let's just say it is one of my favourite games of all time. So how does Dragon Age Inquisition fare? Well, long story short, it's a lot better than the second one, but still not quite as great as the first one. So, RPG set in a very, well, generic fantasy setting. Think Lord of the Rings, think Game of Thrones, that kind of thing. And you've got a multitude of different races, such as the humans, the elves, the dwarves, as I said, quite generic. Right now I'm playing a blonde-haired elf, as you can see. I am a male, in case you're wondering, just in the game and real life. And yeah, let's explore some of Dragon Age Inquisition. I have played this game to finish already in one playthrough, and I have gotten to about halfway before finishing in another, so I've definitely put in a considerable amount of time in it. Where we are right now in this playthrough is quite early in the game. I've basically gone through the first mission, whatnot. I now have this green tattoo thing on my hand, and there are demons involved. I have become part of this company called the Inquisition, and we're going around trying to save the world from darkness, your usual fantasy stuff. What I think I will do, rather than just hanging around this encampment, is go speak to someone and get some quests. You can tell I can speak to him because he's got a question mark.
Thanks for your help.
Speech mark, I should say.
The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
Okay, so here is a little bit of dialogue. Right now I'm looking for the Horsemaster because we like horses in the Inquisition, and he has some good ones. So let's ask about that.
What can you tell me about the man who's supposed to be getting horses for the Inquisition?
Horsemaster Dennett. He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fella. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell, he's holed up until the Mages and Templars are done killing each other.
What I really like is how my party members just stand around mindlessly, like they're frozen or something. So there's Cassandra there with the shield, there's Varric with his big crossbow, there's Solus just standing around, waiting for a job to do. All very eerie. Okay, so there are a lot of different options with the dialogue wheel. A lot of these are fairly simple and just questions. When it comes to talking with party members and other major characters, both NPCs and not, you'll get various emotive symbols, kind of signposting what kind of response you're giving and what kind of reply you'll get back. People are cold.
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw lyrians. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
Maybe I'll do that. Let's try another one.
What other problems do these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and elf fruit. I know healers are in short supply. But if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
And very finally, this one.
You were concerned about refugees starving?
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who has some ideas.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
And you as well.
Thank you, quest giver. Okay, what I have now are a bunch of things to do, and this is one criticism that I will level with this game. It gives you a lot of busy work, and I mean a lot of busy work. This area I'm in, the hinterlands, you could literally spend maybe 20 hours in this part and still not quite find everything, and this is only one region. A lot of it is habitable and visitable, so you can actually climb up some of these hills you can see, not all of them, but some of them. And it's just a very big place, a few things to do, but on the whole, you don't need to spend too much time here, but you can. Right, let's, oh yeah, fall damage. Ah well, I'll get used to it. Let's find some loot. You know, a bit of a bugbear for me is when video games actually have loot in the game and call it loot. I don't mind loot itself, I like getting stuff, but why call it loot? Like, why would they call it treasure or just belongings or something like that? It's kind of gamey to me and brings it out just a little, but definitely not a deal breaker. Ooh, fast travel. Very quickly. So this is the entire map of the area, even though most of it is black, but there are various little symbols here that we can visit should we come to them. As I was saying earlier, it's quite large. You can basically pick a direction, go to it, and find stuff. I won't be exploring all of it in this video because that would take too much time and be rather dull. But just to show you that I have found one camp already, and I can go to this camp should I wish. And should I discover any more of these little campfires, then I can go to them as well, which makes traversing this area a lot easier. And that also includes all the areas of this game. As to how many there are, I think around 10 plus, and maybe some more story-based places. So it's quite a big game. There's definitely a lot of content here. Okay. Try and find someone to talk to.
I've many goods here if you wish to trade.
Of course.
If in doubt, follow the question mark.
Please, somebody, my wife needs help.
What's wrong with your wife?
She gets sick when the weather's foul. Can't catch her breath, like cobwebs in her lungs. Our son Hindle makes a potion that lets her breathe. He's the only one who can make it, but he's joined that cult in the hills. Please, get to him and tell him what's wrong. Without that potion, she'll die.
Okay, great. Another quest.
Of course.
And like any other RPG, you can buy and sell your stuff, which is quite useful. You do have a limited amount of inventory, so a lot of junk you'll just have to sell off or junk. Right, what I think I will do now is, let me go to my quests journal, yeah. These are just some of the various quests you'll find throughout. If I go to Hinterlands, what I want to do is show you some combat. So let's go to Rifts on the Outskirts. A lot of this game involves taking care of these green flashing things in the sky called rifts, because rifts equals demons, and demons are bad. Like in a lot of games. Oh, by the way, I'm playing a rogue, so I'm very sneaky. I have benefits using 2 hand weapons, and if I wanted to, I could get a bow and go that way. One of my abilities is being all stealthy. Unfortunately, my party members aren't stealthy and will just wait for me to do my thing. So what I'll do is I will find a bad guy and go like that, do some damage, and then run like hell. Right, let's get stuck in. We've got this tall fella here who likes to jump out from the ground and do damage. We've got these guys here from stabbing, which are just the generic foot floggers. We've got these green gits who go stuff at you. And the other thing is, these demons, these 3 different types of demons, are, I'd say, half of the entire demons you'll encounter in the entire game. There is not a lot of demon variety. There is some, you get some big guys later, but on the whole, not that many. That's a shame. but I like enemy variety. And when you have the same enemies, it doesn't feel like you're getting stronger, because they balance to you. And, oh, I should try and help some of my guys. Who's down? Sorry. Getting back up again. As long as you have at least one person alive, and you can swap between them, which is great. You can resurrect them and keep fighting. Also, a lot of cool ice attacks, courtesy of my mage. Let's take care of him so he doesn't have damage. That blue thing he has is a shield, which mages can give each other and to other allies. Solar can give me a shield, as long as my other mages as well. Okay, let's close the list, which is just pressing a button and closing it.
We are, Elf. Cleaning up another human mess.
What would the Inquisition do without our stabilizing influence, Master Tethras?
I assume they just start burning things.
That does sound like most humans I know.
If you gentlemen are quite finished...
Now, don't get touchy. We're just here to lend you simple tools, our help.
Before you cause everything to explode.
Again.
I like that. Yeah, one of the strengths of this series is the conversations of your party members, and they can be quite entertaining at times, and they can add a bit more to the lore of the game. So yeah, we've got a bit of a mixture here. We've got Cassandra, who is a very stern, very strong warrior lady. We've got Varric, who is another rogue like me, but he likes long-range combat, and Solus here is a bold elf who likes the magic. And we work good as a team. Oh, more loot. So with the loot, another good thing about this game is the crafting. It is very extensive. Let's look and see if anything else in here before I go further. Get out of the way, Cassandra. Yep, more loot. You can make a lot of great weaponry, potions, armors, that kind of thing. And you can really get better than the game's current enemy level. So gaming it is definitely doable. Okay, there's an exclamation mark coming up, so let's find out what's going on there. Ooh, something to read. What I would prefer, these little bits of information, is if they were more like in the vein of an Elder Scrolls game, like an actual scroll or tablet or something. This is just information. It's clear, does its job, but it's not very immersive. Anyway, that will lead to something else later. Let's get some more loot. So this game has quite a bit to it. There's a lot of exploring, like I'm doing now, just going around this person's hut and taking their ship, because I'm a rogue, and because the Inquisition needs it. There is a ton of combat as well, and there's quite a lot of talking and just going about your business and having a chat. Let's see what's over here. Oh, yeah, I like jumping. Jumping wasn't really a thing in the original Dragon Age, which is only a very small mark against it. This one has vaulting over stuff. Sort of. There we go. Right, let's find some more things to kill. I hear fighting. Oh, that's just music. Yeah, so one of the things going on, as well as demons, is there are two rival factions at odds. We've got the Templars and the Mages. Didn't even see that one. Oh, here's some Templars now. Go stealthy and do some extra damage. Missed him. Stupid tree. Yeah, there can be a bit of a pain, but it's okay. Die! Yeah, you want to take out the archers. he's gone. I love that freezing ability because it just syncs so well with your melee fighter. The mage freezes and you break him. And again, that was in the original. So this sequel has taken a lot from the original, added a few things, taken out a few things, but on the whole it remains very faithful. Shatter him, good stuff. Get some more loot. Thank you. Now I'm playing this on PC. I'm playing it with a controller because I think I prefer it for these types of games, these third-person ones. I've also played it on PS4, and so in terms of things like stability and whatnot, this game had a lot of issues at launch. Seriously, I was playing like my main area, my main base, and I wanted to fall to the floor into a white void. It was ridiculous. Oops. Solus is down. Get him back up again. Now Cassandra's down. Great. Let's get her back up again. Yes, I'm running a little short on potions. Just look at him prance around like that with his little magic ice staff. That, I think, was taken from Dragon Age 2, which we shall not really speak of that much. All that prancing around and making fireballs and ice balls looking cool. Yep, bit of silk. I like me some silk. And he's dead. I'm playing it right now on hard difficulty, and it's a little challenging. As you can see, a lot of my party members are very low on health, but nothing too strenuous. I've finished this game also on hard too, so it's not really an issue. Shit! Okay, I'm gonna run now, because my big mouth just got me almost killed. So yes, you can control any member party you want to, which is really a nice feature. In a lot of RPGs like Skyrim and, dare I say, The Witcher, and I'll get onto that in a later video, you can really only control one guy. But in this one, the 4 you take, including yourself, you get to control whenever you want. I think this series is probably, in recent years, the best party-based RPG game series. I can't really think of anything at the moment which does a good, solid party as well as this one. Okay, I've got 2 potions left, so one for me and one for Cassandra. I also like how potions are quite limited. You just can't have 50 or 100 or whatever, like in other games. You have to go sparingly with them. Others might not like that, but each their own taste, I'd say. What should I do? Let's head in this direction and see what happens. Oh, one thing I've not mentioned yet is searching. See that orange circle? That is a search function. If there's anything in the area, the search function will pick it up and it will highlight it and you can grab it. There are a lot of things like herbs and metals in the rock, which you'll... What the hell was that? Where did that... Jesus, you see that? That cat came out of nowhere, as did those Templars. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, this game still has a few bugs to it. You know? And it's been out for like 3 years now. It really shouldn't have that. Yeah, I'm running away. Did not see them Templars at all. Another bit of a not so immersive thing is that if you just run away, all your knockdown guys will just come back again. On Varric. On your feet. let's get out of here. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a rough patch. What I need to do is get back to one of my camps. Ooh, loot. And that was a bad idea. Should not have done that. I need to, well, find a camp, get back to it, and heal up some. Or just run away until everyone comes back to life again. Whatever's best. Yeah, searching. You'll be doing a lot of searching. Some missions literally require this of you. I remember this part. Let's get some Embrium. It's very much like an MMO in some cases. Very big open spaces, just respawning enemies, a lot of grinding. And that brings me to my biggest issue with this game, is the grind. So you're part of the Inquisition. You're an order dedicated to ridding the world of demons and all manner of good things like that. To gain power, you have to gain influence. To gain influence, you have to go around doing all kinds of shitty jobs, like getting blankets for people, like fighting Ram to get their meat, just so you can get people to like you. You get so many people to like you, and you can go on to the next story mission. If you don't have enough power to do that, enough influence to do that, you ain't doing it. This game literally forces you to grind, and it's a big pain in the A. And some of the story missions aren't even... Well, okay, some are good, some not so good. There's one mission where you have to choose which army you want to go with, the Templars or the Mages. Okay, we're a bit in a safe area now. And that's quite an interesting one. You have all these demons mocking you, and I won't give too much story away, but it's quite in-depth. And then you have another story mission later, where you're at a masquerade ball, and you're trying to gain information and just... Yeah, it doesn't quite flow. You're also dancing as well. And when I think Dragon Age, I don't think dancing. I really don't. But hey, what do I know? Let's fast travel back to my original camp, which is not too far away, I know, but I'm lazy, and heal up. Okay, right now I'm feeling a lot healthier. So, let's pick another direction and try and kill some more stuff. I do like his little coat as well. Nice. When you're first starting this game, you do get a lot of choice when it comes to cosmetics. You've got all kinds of different hair colour, you got tattoos, skin tones.
Reconstruction is progressing well in Kirkwall.
Bit of dialogue. I'll just shut up now.
I wasn't trying to...
You weren't trying to remind me how bad it is in Kirkwall, so you decided to talk about it?
About its recovery.
What you're talking about are the buildings, and even that will take years. People don't recover so easily.
If you're familiar with the previous game, you will know what all that was about. And that's another strength to these games as a whole, particularly this one. There is so much lore. There's so many pages of old books, of songs, of posters, and there's just a huge amount of history, not just in the previous games, as in referencing back to previous games, but just in general. You could really get lost just going through all... And you have a codex, or some kind of like-minded thing to record all this and read it to your heart's content. You could spend a good amount of time just getting into the world of Dragon Age, the world of Thedas. Ooh, elf fruit. Yeah, looking for all these items in the ground, you definitely need a certain type of personality to enjoy it, because you're going to be doing a lot of it. And there are times when you can farm it and just leave it and let it grow itself. But on the whole, you have to find it. Ooh, more loot. Another thing as well is jumping rather than examining, but that's a controller for you. Again! Okay, what's going on? Oh, that little thing is called a nug. Aren't they the cutest?
Look at this. The apostates have gone mad with power.
I see
Thanks
just
for
as
that.
many Templars.
Get a potion. So my class isn't great at dealing with mobs. I'm more of a one-on-one type damage dealer, but I'm sure I'll survive. I like how the mages have their little butts hovering around them like as well. Oh, get away from there, get away. I'm down. Yeah, those little glyph things are like landmines in a way. If you see them, run. Where am I? Okay, another potion. So after the fight, it's in my interest to try and find another camp and establish it, not only for fast travel but also to replenish my potion stock. You can upgrade how many you take and potions themselves, but that's a lengthy process, which I am in no shape to start.
We must continue on if we are to secure the Alliance.
Sandra, there's still a guy to kill. Another thing which I want to mention is, again, it's a bug, I hope, but the sound issues. Sometimes you'll start fighting a guy, or whoever, and the sound effects just go, and there's a massive delay for him. Like him going and will happen now, after he's been dead a few seconds. So, sort that out, BioWare. So far this video is nearly half an hour long, and you've seen me get into a few scraps and wandering around the countryside, finding elf fruit, and just rambling on. That is a lot of this game. If that's not your type of thing, you won't enjoy this game. If you do like it, it can be quite calming, I think, if that's your way of relieving stress. I like it, but again, you have to have a certain personality type for it. And if it's not your thing, you're not gonna like this game.
They moved with the efficiency of a trained group.
Apparently they were the bandits, I never knew. I just thought they were more Templars or something. Oh, it is Polly. Great. I do like the fire effects, they're nice. What's over here? Another bad guy. Now, I've noticed so far in my videos that I'm playing a lot of sequels, and a lot of times I will say, this is an okay game, or this is a bad game, whatever, but the original was better. I'm really trying hard not to say it in this one, even though it's very true. and I think the best thing to do is show you Dragon Age Origins sometime in the future, and explain to people why it is one of the best RPGs ever made. This is, despite what I've mentioned, this is a good, solid RPG. It's not great, and it's not terrible. The second game, that was more on the terrible side. This one is decent. In fact, you know what, I'll do a Dragon Age 2 video as well sometime, just so I can complete the set. But I'm definitely not doing that shitty mobile game, that's for sure. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up now because there's not really much I can show you apart from going back to my home base and doing some more conversations and that type of thing. It is wandering around, looking for stuff, getting more influence. Oh, one thing I will do show you is leveling up. So I've got 1 point to spend, and I've got these different disciplines to spend it on. So right now I'm going for a double dagger and stealthy approach, but as my role I can also go with like traps and archery. I will stick with double daggers, and I will get flank attack, because I do like getting them in the flank. Okay, and this also applies to all of my guys as well. I'll go back. So it applies to Varric, he's at 1 point, Cassandra, Solus, they can all level up. Level up, I should say. Level up isn't even a word. This also applies to characters who you don't use, and you do get a big roster as well. If you don't like these three, and I won't blame you, you do get 6 other ones. And, better yet, there's no DLC shenanigans. That's another black mark for the original. You get them, and they're all pretty cool. Iron Bull is a great horned type dude. Dorian is cool as a mage. He's gay, and it's great because he has much more to his character than that. You get Vivienne, she's cool too. Some not so cool ones. The other 2 rogues I'm not too keen on, but there you go. The Warden, whose name escapes me, is one of my favourite characters, and he's got a very interesting backstory. And all your party members have their own backstory as well, and can complete various quests to gain more standing with them. Romance is also in this game as well, like all BioWare titles. It's a little, I don't know, tacked on, I'd say. Not really a major part of it. Die, you nug. Get you. No, I won't. No, nugs are fine. Yes, at this point, what I need to do is go back to my camp and get more potions. This is why this is a grind. So, good characters, good music. I do like particularly the opening tune. Good lore. Graphics are okay. Yeah, came out a few years ago. Still decent. Not great, but these games haven't been the best lookers. And that's fine. It's all about the gameplay and the story. Right. Can I do a flank attack since I spent my points? Oh, that was cool. Ah, I like that. I do like the combat as well, and if you don't like this particular combat, you can do a more tactical based view. I can do it now. I've forgotten what I've mapped it to, so no. It's okay. I don't think this game was really designed to be a tactic based game. I think you have to really build them from the ground up with that one mechanic. Okay, I'm surrounded by bad guys in literally every direction, so I think I'm gonna call it quits here. And exit to menu. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't think I'll carry on with this playthrough. I've played it once and a half already. I think I've played enough. If you do decide to give this game a try, The storyline, it's a little generic. It's demons. One thing I will say though, which I do like, is that the reason that you're the hero isn't like other games, other fiction. Also long loading times. My settings are medium, and it's taken this long to get back to the start. I'm not a fan of them. When I say that, the hero is kind of... I don't want to spoil it too much, but he's wrong place and wrong time type deal. I'll say that. Also, this is a tune I was mentioning. Quite like it. Dragon Age Inquisition. Let's go back to that one word, Inquisition. When you think Inquisition, you think Spanish Inquisition and no one expects yada yada yada. You don't really do that much inquisitioning. Is that a word? Inquisitoring? Whatever. You don't really do that much in this game. Do some of it. But in terms of like talking to people and trying to get information from them, not really. One cool feature though is sometimes you get to get bad guys and you capture them, you go back to your main fortress, you sit on a big throne, and you get to play judge. You get to be Judge Judy over these mid-tier bad guys. And if you want, you can execute them, you can banish them, you can put them in prison below in your dungeons. I like dungeons. And you get to go down and you get to taunt the fuckers. Which, you know, most games just say kill them and be done with it. This one, you get to rub it in their face for the rest of the game. I like that. But no, there's no actual interrogating mechanic to it. It's just you going around, solving other people's minor problems, saving the world, that kind of thing. Stuff you've done 10 times already in other games like Skyrim and The Witcher and whatnot. Also, what is up with the regional accents? As I'm sure you already know from mine, I'm based in the UK, and we've got quite a few here. And the elves seem to take all of them. I've heard Irish elves, I've heard Welsh elves. The English are the Tevinter, which are the bad mages. Apart from Dorian, he's great. But yeah, what's up with all these accents? I guess making up an accent is gonna be weird and sound unusual. But there's more than just British regional accents. Okay, we can do it. The ending. I'll end on the ending. I'm gonna do it, I'm sorry. Dragon Age Origins was fantastic for the endings. It was great because of that game, you were building up resources and you chose what type of allies you had throughout the game. This one, you're in charge of an organisation to try and save the world. Yet you don't do anything as good as the original. And because of that, the ending, which kind of comes out of nowhere. I do like how the main villain, who's also kind of cool, reverses it and comes for you, but it's just weak. Just weak, and I was a little disappointed. But as I was saying earlier, on the whole, this is a solid, decent RPG. Not my favourite, but if you want to sink a lot of time and you like the grind, then go for it. If you are more story driven and you want things to be done snappish, then look elsewhere. I'm going to leave it on that note. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, then by all means give me a like and maybe a sub, and I shall see you next time. Bye for now.